Good morning. Hello, Craig here. It is Thursday, September 7th, and you know what that means. Finally, our national nightmare is over. It is time for NFL football. Today, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions in Kansas City. All kinds of stuff going on, getting us ready for this game. Travis Kelce, will he play? Doesn't really look like it. Got a new little setup on here. Brought the tripod up from the basement. Got everything set up here. A little echoey in here, but that's okay. Welcome to the office. My name is Craig, and this is the Daily Craig Sports Show. So I thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to talk, obviously, NFL, kicking off with tonight's Thursday Night Football game. Maybe touch on a baseball a little bit, and then, just kind of stick to football. Today is a big day. It feels like Christmas. It was an awesome feeling waking up knowing that we've got NFL football this evening. And it'll be a good one. It really will. We've got the Chiefs and the Lions. Again, Chiefs and Lions. Detroit is everybody's kind of darling for the NFC. A lot of people are picking them to not only win the division, but make some noise in the playoffs. They have not won a playoff game in a very long time, so we'll see what happens there. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. Last year, they had a lot of close games. They had a lot of games where it was closer than what I think most people assumed was going to happen. But it's one of those things where, do you ever count out Patrick Mahomes? Do you ever count out Andy Reid? They're such a dynamic duo. It's one of those things where you kind of feel like a bunch of kind of guys that you're like, oh yeah, that guy's for the Chiefs, or oh yeah, he's still on the Chiefs. They're going to have big nights tonight, I have a feeling. No Chris Jones on the defensive side, but that's kind of expected. He came out yesterday and said, well, I just want to get paid. I'm not trying to be a pain. I just want to get paid, which everybody understands. But how it's happening is rather interesting, I would say. So anyway, we're going to get right to it today. And I think hopefully for the future, I'm going to get OBS set up where it can actually show kind of what we're talking about, where I can pull it up on the screen and everything. Just right now, we're kind of using the amateur hour here where we just set a phone up and start talking to you guys. So it is how it is right now, but hopefully I'd like to talk about this. I got some game previews I found on the NFL website, so it's kind of cool to see those. That's kind of what we're going to talk about today as we get ready for stuff. So we got the Lions and the Chiefs tonight, 8:20 kickoff. NBC tonight, Tarico Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. It's obviously on Westwood 1 with our man Kevin Harlan. He is fantastic. If you can't watch, check that out. We're in Kansas City. Kansas City leads the overall series 9-5. They've won the last two. The last time they played was 2019. Kansas City 34, Detroit 30. So Kansas City's kind of got the history in this rivalry, if you call it that. Dan Campbell for the Lions, Andy Reid for the Chiefs, and we will see. Last year, when Detroit had the ball, they averaged 26 points a game. Kansas City let up 21 a game. The opposite, let's take a peek what happened when Kansas City had the ball. They scored 29 a game, and Detroit let up 25. So their offenses are relatively similar. Actually, Kansas City went 297 through the air, and Detroit went 251 with 128 on the ground. So it'll be a good game to see what happens. Sounds like the weather's not going to be an issue or anything. Obviously, this early in the year, and as we're starting to look at everything here, let's take a peek and see where we're at. Tonight, 5 points. It went from 6.5 down to 6, down to 5, down to 4.5 at some point yesterday. But the Chiefs are basically getting Detroit's getting 5 points. So we will see what happens there. 78 degrees for kickoff. I just think it's going to be a really, really good game. I really do. I think Detroit is obviously they're going to be the kind of the golden child, the golden kid, the golden pick for the NFC. I still think that the Packers are going to give them a run for the NFC North. I don't trust the Vikings. I think they're going to fall off a little bit, and nobody trusts the Bears. Over on the Chiefs side, well, now they got to deal with Sean Payton, and we'll see what happens with Russell Wilson. Are the Broncos there to kind of make a run? What's happening with the Raiders now that they've got Josh McDaniels still in there? They've got Jimmy G, some playmakers there. What happens there? And then the Chargers, everybody loves the Chargers. I don't love them that much. I think Justin Herbert's fine. I don't think he's elite. I know that that's really going against what everybody out there says, but I think he's a fine quarterback. I just don't see the love that he is getting from everyone. He's the best and all this kind of stuff. I don't see that. He's really, really good. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's the Chiefs' division to lose again. Let's go through the Lions first instead of the road game. Road team. Jared Goff passed for 4,400 yards and 29 touchdowns last year. Had 7 picks, 99.3 rating. Has 324 consecutive pass attempts without an INT. Jahmyr Gibbs was selected in the first round, 12th overall running back. So he's going to make some noise tonight. David Montgomery makes his Detroit debut. He's one of 5 running backs with 1,000 scrimmage yards and 5 rush touchdowns over the last 4 seasons. St. Brown had a career high in catches, 106 receiving yards, 1,161, and receiving touchdowns, which is 6 last year. Sam Laporta, a tight end, was selected in the second round of the 2023 draft. Aiden Hutchinson became the first rookie since 1982 with 7+ sacks and 3 interceptions. James Houston ranks second among rookies with 8 sacks in 2022, third rookie since 82 with a sack in each of his first 4 games. Jack Campbell was selected in the first round as a linebacker. Malcolm Rodriguez at 83 tackles last year. Gardner Johnson tied first in the NFL in career high 6 interceptions. And Kirby Joseph, 74 tackles, and became the first rookie since 2014 with 4+ interceptions. So everybody we talked about there is pretty young, especially their rookies. Gibbs, we're going to see what happens with him. He's going to be a big playmaker. Also, Jack Campbell, linebacker, he's going to come in and make some plays too. So I see why everybody's high on them. Aiden Hutchinson is an absolute dog. He is a beast. Jared Goff played probably one of the best seasons that he's had. So he kind of tuned in with the offense as well, got some more playmakers, and we'll see. So everybody likes Detroit. I like them a lot. I just don't like them tonight. So we'll see how they get moving along in the season. The Chiefs become the 5th team in the Super Bowl era to win 9 straight season opening games. We'll see what that is. The Super Bowl champ is 15-4 in Week 1 openers the last 19 seasons. Patrick Mahomes led the NFL with 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, become the 7th player ever to win the MVP and the Super Bowl MVP in the same season. Isaiah Pacheco, sorry, I was looking at something else and totally mispronounced that. He's ranked 4th among rookies with 830 rushing yards last year. McKinnon led the running backs with 9 receiving touchdowns. That's tied most of the running back in a season in the Super Bowl era. So obviously they like to throw to their running backs. Travis Kelce led all tight ends, 110 catches and 1,300 receiving yards. Valdez-Scantling had a career-high 42 catches with 687 yards last year. So he was adjusted to the offense, especially late in the season as he was kind of dinged up. He kind of was in and out of the lineup. Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney each had receiving touchdown in the Super Bowl. Those 2 guys are probably who you're going to see a lot tonight. Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney. Sorry, we're going to pull something up here real quick. Well, we just said their names, kind of triggered something. We're going to look at FanDuel and see what the bets are. Chris Jones ranked 4th in the NFL with 15.5 sacks, had 10 sacks in 10 home games. Whoops, he won't be around tonight. Nick Bolton ranked 2nd in the NFL with career-high 180 tackles last year. And L'Jarius Sneed, one of 2 players with over 100 tackles. So as you can see, the Chiefs are loaded. They're very, very experienced. And again, it's going to be a great game. It really is. I think it's going to come down to can the Detroit offense keep up with the Kansas City offense? And can the Kansas City offense find other players to kind of carry the load if Travis Kelce really doesn't play? So Pacheco will be big. Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney will be big. Will Valdez-Scantling kind of continue fitting in? McKinnon, can he kind of carry the load and catch the ball out of the backfield? They're going to throw the ball a lot. Where Detroit, they're going to throw, but they're going to really run a lot. They're going to probably throw to their backs a little bit, but I really expect huge games out of Mahomes. Obviously, I think Sky Moore is going to be a kind of a secret weapon. I think Jahmyr Gibbs for Detroit is going to be huge. And I also would not put it behind Motor City Dan Campbell of going after Laporta quite a bit in that tight end area. So we'll see what they do. But right now it's actually on FanDuel, it's down a 4.5 point spread. Over under is 52.5. So what I would say is I would take the Chiefs. I think that they're going to win, not only cover, but win. And I think we're going to go over that over. I think it's going to be an offensive shootout tonight. Anytime touchdown scorer, the best odds are for Travis Kelce, Pacheco, and then St. Brown. I still have a question about Kelce if he's playing. Everybody says it's going to kind of be a game time decision, but we'll see. Let's see. Montgomery, Gibbs, and then Valdez-Scantling. Those are your odds right there. I would that Gibbs is fifth right now at plus 145. That would be a really good bet to make. First touchdown scorer, Kelce, Pacheco, and then David Montgomery. Kind of interesting there. Kelce remains on top of all the boards. Let's see. First drive parlay. I love these. Chiefs first down punt with the Lions first down punt. That's most often, or that's the best odds. Most rushing yards of the game, Montgomery, Pacheco, and then Gibbs. Man, that's pretty interesting. Mahomes is actually fifth on that list. So, we're on FanDuel just checking out and see what's going on. There's a lot of different bets out there. So, but anyway, it's down to 4.5. We'll see kind of what happens with that as we are, kind of moving forward there. So, as we get onto the Twitterverse, let's see what is going on in the world here as we are talking to you live here on a Thursday morning. Coach Prime is still making noise out there with the Colorado Buffalo. They are ranked this week, so we'll see how they do. Bosa basically signed, so he's back ready to roll. Travis Kelce's a game time decision. He's out checking his knee here actually this morning. Let's take a look here. Nick Bosa with a huge contract. People had some stuff to say about it. Mike Parsons congratulated him. J.J. Watt joked that he's going to come back and play. But yeah, we kind of know all the stories, right, going into it. Everybody's got their whole... everybody's got all of their predictions in, all of their picks. We did not do any picks or anything this year. Kind of stayed away from that. So we'll just kind of talk about what's going on. But I like these little previews where it kind of goes through a few of the stats, especially as the weeks go on. Then you can really kind of see what you can kind of expect. You can see what kind of offenses look good, what kind of defenses struggle. So our episodes will probably get a little bit longer as we get into football season. Once Monday, Tuesday comes, we'll kind of dissect what happens the last week. And then once I think Thursday comes, that'll kind of be when we flip the page, looking for what's going on this coming week. So big game tonight. We're back tomorrow. When we're here tomorrow, we'll go into some of the college games and then more of the Sunday stuff. I'd like to have an episode Saturday and Sunday as we talk about the games leading into them. So that'll kind of be more of the crunching the numbers, looking at the teams, kind of looking at stuff like that. So so that's what's going on in the football world. Our man Anthony Richardson still making news for our Colts. He's out there. We don't have any receivers to throw to except my man Josh Downs, so we'll see what happens with that. But before we go, let's take a look and see what happened on the baseball diamonds last night. Our Cincinnati Reds got beat. Had some opportunities to get back into it, but they just fell victim to the Mariners and their hot bats. Basically, the Reds kind of cooled them off for 2 days. Not cooled them off totally. They just kind of outslugged them, and then last night it kind of caught up with them. So today it's a shorter schedule for the MLB. Seattle and Tampa, Dodgers and Marlins, Detroit and Yankees, Cardinals, Braves, D-backs and Cubs, and the Guardians and the Angels. So you kind of look at what's going on tonight. Luis Castillo is pitching for Seattle. Rendon is back for the Yankees. Wainwright for the Cardinals. Max Fried with the Braves. The Cubs have absolutely been on fire, and the Angels have the old famous TBD next to their team, pitcher for tonight. As you look into the standings, let's look at the National League first. The Brewers, a game and a half up on the Cubs. The Cubs are coming. They're 7-3 in the last 10, won 4 in a row. They are just absolutely on fire. They are a rocket ship right now. They can just not stop scoring runs. Every time I look up, they're averaging 8, 9, 10 runs a game. So they're going well. The Braves, and first the Dodgers, Orioles, Twins, and Astros. Anyway, that's it for us. Thanks for being here. Got some stuff going on, so we're going to go see what's going on. We'll talk to you later.